year since I've uploaded anything on this channel. But you know what? I just have a bug inside of me to share more. So I just thought, why not make YouTube videos? So here we are. But hello, my name is Anicia, for those of you who do not know me, and today we'll be doing a full day of eating. I am someone who tends to eat the same thing every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until I get tired of it. So I feel like making these videos a regular thing will just inspire me to actually make my cooking a bit more diverse, have a lot more fun with it, and also just show you guys easy and simple meals that you can make at home too. So let's go. Okay, so first up, we've got breakfast. There's a big spread going on. I have a feeling you probably already know what it is because you can see a big tub of oatmeal. Also, follow me on Instagram. You know that the only thing I really eat for breakfast is oatmeal, but I promise as I make more of these videos, I'll switch it up and I will eat oatmeal every single morning. But it's just so good. You can't go wrong. So let's just go ahead and make the oatmeal. So first up, we're gonna use our oats. I have a very specific recipe when it comes to making oatmeal. That's why I'm gonna show you it. But we have our oatmeal. We're gonna use half a cup. This is like the only time I also ever measure anything. Usually I just go for it and that's that. But I go in with half a cup of oats, and then right after that, I do 3 little tablespoons, just because half a cup is a good amount, but it's not enough. So half a cup plus 3 tablespoons, perfect amount for me. And then after we add the oatmeal, I like to add protein powder. This step is completely optional. I know some people don't like the texture of protein powder in their oatmeal, but I like it a lot. So here we are using Beams vegan protein and chocolate brownie. I love chocolate and I love oatmeal. So we do 1 scoop of that, and then afterwards, we're just gonna stir it up just to get a nice even consistency, you know? And then after it's all stirred, and you think it's good, just stir it up until everything is mixed together evenly. What we're gonna do is add boiling water on top of it. So I've already boiled my water. I like to do this instead of putting it in the microwave just because I think it helps out with the consistency a lot. But we're going to take our hot water, pour it over the top of the oatmeal, and then just pour enough. I know you can't see it, but just pour enough until your oats are barely floating. Kind of like you're adding milk to cereal. Just add enough milk to get like all the cereal pieces a little wet. You want to do the same thing with your oats. You don't want it to be too watery because then it won't steep very well, but you also don't want it to be too thick because that might just be uncomfortable to eat. So once you add the water, the amount of water that you need to add, again, you're just going to stir it up, make sure everything is even, and then after that, we're just going to put a plate or whatever you want on top to steep the oats, and then we steep it for 10 minutes. And now it's time for lunch. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting in this video is not the best. It's been cloudy outside all day long, so we're just working with what we got. But for lunch, I went ahead and kind of just prepped it off camera. But for lunch, we're having fingerling potatoes. We're gonna eat some mushrooms, some asparagus, and I also have some salmon that I cooked earlier this week that I'm gonna put on top of this. I just have to heat that up in the microwave. But when it comes to eating lunches, I would say for me, this is the hardest meal to make time for, just because it's the middle of the day, you're in the middle of working. It's kind of hard just to take a step away from your work and take a break to go make yourself a yummy lunch. It's really easy for me just to either skip lunch, which I know is not good, or just eat snacks throughout the day, which isn't bad, but it doesn't fill me up the way that I would like it to. So for lunches, one way that I do it to help me out a little bit more is just to meal prep throughout the week. When it comes to meal prepping, my food will usually last me like 2 to 3 days. I don't want to make too much food and have it go bad. So for these potatoes, these will probably last me like the next maybe 2 to 4 days, probably 3 to 4 days. And then the veggies, I just love to make a lot of vegetables and just eat them in one sitting because vegetables are hard for me to eat. I think they're very good, it's just hard for me to want to eat them all the time. So just preparing some potatoes, gonna eat a lot of veggies, and then we have our protein in the fridge as well. And I love just to make simple like one pan dishes just because you cut everything up, you season it the way you want to, you stick it in the oven, you cook it, and then it lasts you a few days as well. So we're just going to stick this in the oven at 425 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. We'll check on it to see when it's done, and then we'll be good to go. So the timer went off not too long ago, so let's check up on the food. The veggies should most definitely be done. Veggies don't take that long to make, so I'm just gonna take them out and see that they're done. I also added some kale just because I need to cook up my kale. And then the potatoes usually take a little bit longer, but I'm hungry. They're done enough. We're gonna eat them. We'll do a little fork test just to make sure everything's good to go. So, you know what? Good enough, baby. Let's eat. We're back, baby. It's dinner time. And honestly, dinner is basically done. I was just a little too hungry, so I just went ahead, started cooking up everything. But tonight, we're having tacos, and I love, absolutely adore tacos. We're having ground turkey tacos, and I don't know if that's weird, but I don't eat beef, I didn't want chicken, I didn't want seafood, and I also didn't want like a plant-based meat. So I went with ground turkey, and honestly, I just had a bite of it, and it turned out delicious. But we're having tacos with Spanish rice and black beans, and everything was super easy to make. So for starters, with the Spanish rice, all you do is follow it. So you add a cup and a half of water, get that to boil, and then you add the rice and the seasoning, reduce the heat to low, and then cooked it for about 15 to 20 minutes, basically just forgot about it, and then it was done. And then for the beans, I kind of just like to heat up my beans, so I just threw them on the stove, they were good to go. And then for the tacos, I cut up about a quarter of an onion, diced it up, I threw it on the stove with some olive oil, sauteed it for a few minutes, and then after that, I added in my ground turkey and then just really chopped it up very finely just to mix in the turkey with the onion. For the turkey, something that I've never used before, but I wanted to give it a go just because I had it lying around, was this taco skillet sauce with chipotle and garlic. It's made for chicken, but chicken, turkey, same thing. And it's just a very flavorful sauce that just basically takes out all the work of having to season your own food. So I added that and it made it taste so good. It made it just taste like I put in so much more effort than what I actually did. So I just put this on top, and then I would just continuously check the turkey every now and then, just stir it up evenly, make sure it's all cooking evenly and it's good to go. And then once I was done cooking, basically dinner was done. Now for the actual tacos, here's what we've got going on. So for my tortillas, I'm using this cassava flour. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh, okay, the brand is Siete, and it's made with cassava flour. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead, I've never had these before, but just wanted to try them out. I'm going to use, these are very thin. Okay, not what I'm used to, but we're going to use 2 tortillas. And then I would like to have melted cheese on mine, so that is what we're going to do. I am using the Just Like Cheddar Shreds. It's by Viola Life. I think that's how you say it? Yeah. It's basically just dairy-free cheese. So I'm going to layer some just a little bit on my tortillas. These tortillas are very thin, so we don't want to build them up too much. We'll just layer on some cheese on top, throw it in the microwave for like 20-30 seconds, and then our cheese should be melted. This is looking way better than I thought it was gonna turn out. So I just put the cheese, put the tortilla in the microwave for 35 seconds because dairy-free cheese doesn't melt very easily. It kind of melted, it melted enough. And then I just topped it with the turkey taco mix that we have going on with the onions in there as well. My Spanish rice, black beans. We're gonna top it with some salsa, avocado, and lime, and ooh baby, we can eat up. So good. I'm so hungry. I'm so ready to eat. And it looks so good. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I have a feeling I'll be back for dessert because I also have a little bit of a sweet tooth tonight. So yeah. Okay, so to wrap up today's full day of eating, I'm just going to have a little tiny dessert, and I know it might look a little funny, but I promise you it's delicious. So I have 3 dates. I cut out the seeds in the middle and I filled them with almond butter. And then I put some chocolate chips on top. They're oat milk chocolate chips. And then I drizzled some honey. And I just feel like this is the perfect combination of like the ultimate sweet treat because dates are so sweet. And then like with the creaminess of the almond butter and the chocolate chips and the honey drizzle. Honey drizzle is my absolute favorite. So I'm very excited about this. But I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video and maybe you took away some recipes from it. But yeah, I had fun making it, so I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.